Sri Anandamayi Ma ki Jai. Ma. To do seva is a very good thing. By doing service, one's mind is purified. But there is one condition. This service should be nishkam, selfless. Sri Avdut told this body a story. There was a brahmachari. He had passed his BSc and was teaching in a school. One day there was an awakening in his mind. He thought, we put up all of these veils of ignorance over our minds, and they do not allow us to move on the path towards the attainment of God. I should do some tapasya and sadhana to remove them. Once I succeed in tapasya, I will do nishkam seva. So the young man left the teaching job and absorbed himself in tapasya. He was very sincerely absorbed in tapasya, dhyan and jap. He would take only enough food to keep him alive and enable him to do tapasya. He did not sleep for more than 3 hours a night. He gave up all of his desires. In this way, he succeeded in his tapasya. Then he thought of doing service. What to do and where? He came to know of a place where some laborers were doing some work. He went there and he got the job. Just like the other laborers, he also started carrying soil on his head. He was doing that work with all interest and sincerity. He never thought of himself as a white-collar man who should not be doing this manual work. He mixed with the other laborers. They too were very surprised and said, "This fellow does not eat as we do, does not sleep full time, and gets up early in the morning. What is he doing?" By then his face was very bright and impressive. You know, when a man does tapasya, his face becomes splendid and magnificent. One day, when he was at work, he saw that a teacher was teaching Bhagavad Gita to some people. He too stopped there for a while. He heard the teacher explaining a verse. He saw that the teacher was teaching them incorrectly. Things were being explained in the wrong way to them. First he thought, why should I bother myself? I have come to do this service and I should concentrate only on this. But then he had a second thought. To correct something wrong is also a service. I must go to the teacher and tell him. This man was an educated person and had read the Bhagavad Gita a number of times. He was well versed in it. He dropped the soil and taking the empty basket in his hands, he went to the teacher and gave him the correct meaning of the verse. The people assembled there were very impressed. They said, "Who are you, sir?" The young man said, "You can see that I am one of these laborers. I am doing this job here." But they were not satisfied. How could a laborer be so wise, they thought. They asked him again and insisted that he tell them the real story. He told them the truth. They were all very impressed. They did not allow him to work with soil anymore and gave him a suitable job there. What kind of service did he do? He did nishkam seva, service without desiring the fruits. And this seva purified his mind. He did not care what others would say if he did the job of a laborer. Generally, when people do any service, they long for praise and respect from others. He did not possess any desire like that. He was just working for God. So if one does real service, of whatever kind it may be, it makes his mind pure. Then automatically the way for attainment of God is open for him. But there is one thing. Once a person takes up a job or something, he should not leave it. He should keep on doing it with one lakshya, aim. Sticking to the aim is an essential part of it. If you keep on going on that path with that aim in your mind, God will bring you up to the state where God will be revealed to you, because there is no place where God does not exist. Once you achieve that state, the burnable is burnt out and the Jyoti, divine light, is manifested. But the first thing is that you must have a determination that you will reach the goal at all cost. Then you should engage yourself 24 hours a day in that nishkam seva. It changes the color and manners of the person. His way of talking, his words, his language, and even his form and shape change. He becomes so sensitive that he feels a shock whenever he hears or sees something wrong. Therefore, have full faith in your Guru. Listen to him wholeheartedly and act upon his advice. Hold on to any path that you select. That very way will open the way for you. The tapasya starts only from here. Whatever spiritual practice you do, God will give you its fruit, because there is no work in the world without any fruit. Baba, whatever you do for Bhagavad Prapti, the attainment of God, and to become Atmast, established in the self, do it selflessly. Such kriyas, actions produce no vasanas, impressions that cling to the soul and do not cause birth and death. Sri Anandamayi Ma ki Jai.